Happy Friday. Welcome into the studio. It's Todd and Hudson Barsness, your favorite voiceover artists of all time. Now all time. It's not just your favorite of all time. Anyway,
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a branding thing.
That's a bragging thing too.
Although nobody is going to buy into that at all.
Well, some people might.
We might be in the top 100.
Some people might say they're the only voice actors I know.
Yeah, true.
So they're most likely to succeed as a voice actor.
Your mother,
my mom, and
my mother-in-law.
Anyway, thanks for joining us for another VO Marketing Pro numbers, Todd's VO alone income numbers, and my VO alone income numbers. If you're new to this channel, welcome. We appreciate you stopping by. Feel free to check out all of our videos that we have, numbers, Todd's tips, the whole shebang, and you'll find out a little bit about who we are and what we're about. With that, we do run two different groups for that are voiceover related. One is VO Marketing Pro Plus. It's quite an in-depth, deep dive of who Dad and I are, how we run our businesses, certain beliefs and stuff we have about the industry, how we run our businesses. Like I said, we give our numbers. We have weekly videos that we produce for folks in our group. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, there is a fee. It's $50 a month. I think all the people that are in there would say you get more than what $50 buys. Yeah,
there's 19 of us right now.
Yep.
And I was going to say...
Can I finish?
Please do.
And then we have VO Marketing Pro, which you'll hear. They're voiceover artists who are established, pro demos, have been doing it for a long time, are vetted so that they kind of run their business somewhat like ours because we think that's important, easy to work with and stuff like that. So we'll be going over their numbers. We send out direct email marketing emails for them. Dad and I don't, but my brothers run that business. So if you're interested in that or the other, you can get a hold of John Barsness at vomarketingpro.com. So sorry to bore you to the people who have been here and watch us.
I just hope, if you watch our videos, whether they're Todd's tips or these videos, or if you're part of VO Marketing Pro Plus, our private group, and you watch the videos, I hope that the lack of hype, the lack of grandiose language,
superlative,
doesn't cause you to not continue to watch, and hopefully get some nuggets of truth. Hopefully get some things that I think about and how I've shaped my business and how Hudson is shaping his. And so, again, we're not that, it's not that exciting, to be quite honest with you. We're not that entertaining, but hopefully there's a little something you can grab consistently and help you with your voiceover.
We're not so much worried about that aspect. We're worried about running a smooth, successful, consistent business. Yep. So that's more what we're worried about. So anyway, I will jump into the VO Marketing Pro numbers for our group this week. 26 warm responses. That is not including my warm responses, just so you know. 14 auditions, also not including my auditions. I'll talk about those with my numbers. Jobs, though, we had 9 this week. Did you have any new clients for direct email marketing? Nope. I had 7 jobs this week, and Deanna Johnston had 2. So congrats, Deanna. I'll talk about my 7 here in a little bit. So thanks to those folks who report. Obviously, Deanna was the only one at this point that had a job this week or 2, whatever you want to say. But there are auditions out there, warm responses, so we're hoping other folks, those will start working themselves out. All right, on to my numbers. As you recall, last year, $80,000 was my goal. I hit it by $5 and some cents. Very
amazing,
very close. This year, I'm trying to get up to 110 grand. So that is $2,100 a week, $9,100 and some change a month. So here's my voiceover alone numbers. Warm responses, I had 6 this week. I have hired an assistant. I told you guys that already. Auditions, I had 2. I haven't heard anything back about. I did hear back about one of them, so that's a lie. 2 auditions, heard back about 1, haven't heard about the other. Let me go through here and count these because I think I had 14 jobs between Upwork, direct email marketing, Voice123, Voices, and Fiverr. Oh, let's see here. I also had a revision and a bonus from one of those jobs.
Nice.
So with all of that, Upwork, $549. That was nice. A jump back week from not having booked anything for the month of February on there, which is very strange. Last year, I made $22,000 on there, so I was thinking, what is going on?
Yeah.
Anyway, that was nice. Direct email marketing, my 7 jobs, I had 4 recurring client jobs and 3 new client jobs.
That's so
Yep.
great. Both of those are great.
Yep. So my total for direct email marketing was $1,072, which direct marketing has been really keeping me afloat, which is great. In the VOMP Plus numbers, I'll talk a little bit more about some things that happened this week. I did during some of the fireside chats that we do in the mornings for that group. But nothing on Voice 123, nothing on Voices, and nothing on Fiverr. Fiverr, that's just pretty normal to not have a whole lot going on there. Voices, I'm not even 2 full months, 3 full. I just started my 3rd month. Yes. So I'm 2 full months, 2.5 full months into that. So I just expect to have to put a lot of auditions in before I get something. So we'll see what happens there. And then Voice 123, I lost a job this week that I thought I had, which was $300. So I didn't put that in there, but thought I'd mention that. So my voiceover alone numbers this week, $1,621. I was $500 short. And I've been short this year a fair amount on my goal. And so I'm having to work at that. 14 jobs this week was very nice. They were small and some big, and that's very nice. So hopefully things are starting to go like this, and I can
catch up a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's one of the things, it's a big thing that our VO Marketing Pro Plus group talks about is mindsets. During the good and bad times, everybody talks about mindsets, but these are different mindsets and what to do. They're practical mindsets that not just psychology, but actual practical mindsets of how to think about these things and how to build your business and keep it sustained. And again, that's a little bit of a plug for that, because it's certainly educational, but it's encouragement. And we just everybody talks about this, and they're exactly right, that there's just a lot of encouragement that needs to go on.
It can be lonely.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I had 1 hour of editing for my dad this week. So 1641 was my total. And during the VOMP Plus stuff, I talk with them all the time about what I'm doing. And I'll do some more of that. Just my mindsets, like you talked about. I'm behind by a fair amount. And what am I going to do about that? Am I going to change everything up? Am I going to freak out? Am I going to go get coaching? Maybe, but maybe I'll be just getting back to what I've done that last year made me $80,000 and just doubling down on that. So there's a little sneak peek that told you kind of what I was going to say anyway.
For years, I was just trying to make as much money as possible. And 8 out of the last 10 years, I've made over $200,000. A few years ago, for 4 years in a row, I made $300,000 per year in VO income alone. Last year, I wanted to slow down, and I had a goal of $250. I made $269. This year, I'm trying to make $150, and that's $3,000 a week. So how did I match up with my goal? Voices.com 0, Voice 1230. Again, I'm doing very few auditions. Upwork, I just put in a proposal and I got the job. It was a very short, about 4 or 5 sentences, $45. Fiverr, I had 14 jobs, and they were pretty good paying jobs for Fiverr. $2,304.80 for Fiverr. That's a high week for me. I mean,
that's hamburger money.
Yeah, I hope to average, $1,500 on Fiverr a week, but this was $2,304.80, 14 jobs, and direct marketing was $1,476.65, representing 11 jobs, and my total was $3,826.45. So I was about $826 over what I need to reach my goal of $150, and I happen to be ahead. But again, I've been doing this
15
for 15 years, and so my business is a little bit more established.
You're trying to learn how to slow down.
Yeah.
Without turning the faucet off too much.
Right.
Where we haven't really heard of anybody who builds a business that's as consistent, as successful, and then decides on their own terms, you know what? I'm kind of tired of doing this, not voiceover, but just tired of of doing it as hard.
I'm almost 65 years old.
And I want to cut back a little bit. So I want to cut back a little bit more and not turning it off instead of neglecting your clients like some people have and thinking, oh, well, they'll just always come back to me and stuff like that. And your business has slowed down, not on purpose, but because you just haven't tended to your business the right way.
Right.
It's a different thing. So anyway, thanks. Anything else before we move on?
That's it.
Appreciate you guys joining us every week. For the folks that do, if you're new, welcome. Feel free to ask questions. We're an open book. So go ahead and shoot. Have a good weekend. See you next week. Take care. Book some work next week.
Bye-bye.
See ya.